guys, so today is April the 1st and I am going to be doing my April TBR. So like pretty much everyone, I am at home. My company that I work for decided to shut their doors, so far at the moment we don't know when they're going to reopen, so I am out of work at the moment. So I have a lot of time on my hands. So I figured at least I can try and use this time productively, and I'm going to do as much reading as I can. So I have 16 books that I picked out. I do have my prompts here. I did change it a little bit because I did actually cancel my Kindle Unlimited subscription just because with me being out of work, it was an unnecessary expense that I had. So there is one ebook on there that I can read because I'll get that finished today. So that doesn't matter, but it does, my subscription ends in a couple of days. So that's why I kept one of the ebooks, but the rest are all physical books. So I have my prompts in my bullet journal here of what I am going for this month, and I have 16 prompts. So the first one is a cute romance, and that's at the bottom of the stack. Actually, this is going to get done out of order. I'll just pick what I've got. Okay, so the first book I have here is Spells and Scones by Bailey Cates. This is the, I want to say, 6th book in this series, and this one is, the prompt was a cozy mystery. So this is a cozy mystery. I love this series, and this one actually includes recipes as well, which is really cool. I love. So basically it's based in Savannah. Yeah, Savannah. It's been a while since I've read them. And Katie Lightfoot, she's moved to Savannah and to basically run a bakery with her aunt and her uncle, and she is a light wedge. And of course murder happens and they have to figure it out. But I generally don't know much about any of these books because I try not to know much before I go into reading them. But there's this one there. My next book I have is My Bought Virgin Wife by Caitlin Cruz. This is a Harlequin romance one. And this one is for prompt 14, which is a author new to me. So it's one of those marriages of convenience type stories. It's a very, very small, tiny book as well, so this should be a fairly easy read. The next one I have is Treasure Island by Robert Louis Stevenson, and this is a kid's book. The prompt for this one was read a kid's book, so I picked Treasure Island. It's not a very big book, and this one is the revised edition of Treasure Island, but it is such a beautiful kids book, and like the illustrations in this are stunning. So excited to read that. The next book I have is Frostfire by Amanda Hocking. I have not read this series yet. I've read her other series. I think it's Switched, it's called, I think. And I really loved that, so I thought that I would like this one. And this one is for prompt 12, which is title or author starting with an A. So Amanda Hocking. So that's going to be interesting to read. The next book I have is Family Man by Debbie Maycomer. This is actually a bind-up of 2 books. So the first book is Daddy's Little Helper, and that one is for prompt 11, my favorite author. And then the next book is Because of the Baby, which is prompt 16, which is 4th book in the series. So this is actually volume 2. I've already read volume 1, so this has got books 3 and 4 in it. So really looking forward to reading those 2 books. The next one I have is Magic and Macarons by Bailey Cates. This is the 5th book in the series. So this one goes for prompt 10, which is baking in the book. And it has recipes in this book as well, and Katie Lightfoot and her auntie are bakers, so that fits the prompt perfectly, and I'm excited to read that. It's one of my favorite series. The next one, and I know you're going to laugh, but it's a Christmas book. I figured, why not read what I enjoy? Like, I enjoy Christmas. I would have Christmas all year long if I could. And I'm at home, I can do whatever I want. So I'm actually going to be reading The Cozy Christmas Chocolate Shop by Caroline Roberts, and this is what it looks like. This is, I believe, the first book in this series. It's confusing on Goodreads to pick which one is the first, but I think this one is the first. And this one is for prompt 9, which is set in a chocolate shop. And this is set in a chocolate shop, so why not? Oh, I'm excited for that one. My next one I have is, there's 2 books in this one. It's called Wedding Dreams. It's a bind-up of a book from Debbie May Comer and a book from Sheila Roberts. I'm only reading the book from Sheila Roberts. So it's Sweet Dreams on Santa Street. And that one is for prompt 8, which has a recipe in the book, and it does. So excited for that. The next one I have is The Inn at Eagle Point by Cheryl Woods. This is the first book in the Chesapeake Shores series, and this is also a Hallmark original movie, so I'm really looking forward to that. Cheryl Woods is such a good writer as well, so definitely looking forward to that. And this one is for prompt 7, which has a pastel or colourful cover, and this one has like a pastel-y sort of blue cover, so yeah. So there's that one. The next one I've got is The Love Shack by Jane Costello. This one looks so cute. And this one is for prompt 6, which is a book that makes me happy. I changed that prompt because it was actually an ebook prompt beforehand. I can't remember what it was now. But I changed it to this. And these types of books really make me happy, so I picked that one. The next book I have is The Loveliest Chocolate Shop in Paris by Jenny Colgan. This is obviously exactly what it is. It's about a woman who runs a chocolate shop in Paris. I don't know much more else than that. I'm pretty sure it's also a romance. This one is for prompt, let me see, 4, which has chocolate in the title, which it does. So super cute. And I really love like the covers on these types of books. The next book I have is A Country Escape by Katie Ford. I'm also looking forward to this one. This one's for prompt 3, and this is set on a farm. And I believe she inherits or buys a rundown farm, and she has to redo it. And yeah, so she only has 1 year to prove to herself and to the old lady who owns it, okay, so she must be renting it, that she can run a farm, basically. So there's that one. The next book I have is The Inn at Rose Harbour by Debbie May Comer. Love her books, and I'm excited for this. This is also a Hallmark original as well. And this is for prompt 2, which has flowers on the cover, which it does down the bottom, like the roses. So really excited, and this is the first book in the Cedar Cove series, so looking forward to that. And then the very last book is actually this one, the Rainy Day Kisses book. It's a bind-up of 2 books, both by Debbie May Comer. I've already read the first book, and I'm going to be reading the second book, which is Wanted Perfect Partner, and that is for prompt 1, A Cute Romance. And that's basically about 2 people that don't know each other, and Meg is a mother, like a single mother of a teenage daughter, and her teenage daughter puts in a Wanted Perfect Partner ad, and then Steve, his older sister or younger sister, I'm not sure, decides to put in a romantic, answer a romantic ad, and the 2 get set up. So super, super cute. I'm really looking forward to that. So that is the 16 books that I have picked out for myself this month to read. I'm so excited to read these because with everything that's going on at the moment, the world is stressful. The coronavirus has messed up so much for so many people. It's crazy. It honestly is. It's scary. You know, people have lost their lives, their jobs. Like, people are really under a lot of pressure and strain and stress, and people are scared. And I will admit, I'm not scared, but I am stressed out because, like, you know, I'm not working. At the moment, I believe I'll be out of work for about a month, but that could be longer. We don't know because we don't know when we'll be able to reopen. And my company is only paying us for the first 2 weeks of not being open, and after that, we don't get paid. So, you know, and we've applied for Centrelink because you can get Centrelink payments, but apparently Centrelink are telling people that they're not going to get paid until the 1st of May, which is like it's a month away. And people need money now to survive. Like, Centrelink should not be making people wait that long. So I will admit I am very stressed at the moment, and I think the easiest way for me to try and de-stress is read books I really love. So I am going to be doing that today. Oh yeah, I forgot another book before I forgot the ebook. So the ebook that I'll be reading, I'll put a picture somewhere on the screen, is Murder on a Cruise Ship, which is book 4 by P. Creedon. It's literally like, the books are normally between something like 40 to 55 pages long, super fast. So I will be reading that today. And it's super cute little series. Like, it's really cute, and I actually quite like them. So I'm going to read that one today as well, and I'm also going to start The Wanted Perfect Partner today as well. So hopefully this month I'll get to do a lot of reading, because March has been really hard for me for reading wise, because both my fiance and I got sick. We've got the flu basically. Well, at least that's what we were told, because you can't get tested for coronavirus here in Australia unless you physically travelled overseas yourself. Neither one of us have, but we've both been in contact with people that have, because we work retail. And we both got pretty sick, and we were told that we just had the flu because we're not allowed to get tested. But we did have all of the symptoms of corona. So I honestly don't know if we did or we didn't have it. I'm better now. I still have a bit of a congestion, but my fiance was sick for nearly a month, and he was quite sick. He ended up with a severe chest infection. He went on medication. We both had time off work. He's back at work now, but he does still have a bit of a cough, because that cough just doesn't want to go. But yeah, unfortunately, doctors won't test you for coronavirus here unless you've traveled overseas. And unfortunately, neither one of us have been overseas, but we've both been in contact with people who went overseas and who were sick. And so we did take time off work, and we stayed at home and quarantined ourselves, like self-quarantine, until we were starting to feel a bit better. But I don't know, it's just crazy. Honestly, so crazy at the moment. So anyway, guys, I really hope that you liked my TBR. If you are reading any books, or if you've read the books that I read, let me know your thoughts. Please stay safe. Please, please, please stay inside if you don't have to go out. We really, really need to try and stop the spread of this virus so that our world can go back as normal as possible. People can go back to work. You know, we really want to get rid of this virus. So please stay indoors. If you do not have to go outside, don't. It's not worth the risk. I am hearing at nighttime, I live on a main road, people in large groups walking around in the streets, and I think it's ridiculous because we're in a stage 3 lockdown, and what that means is you're only supposed to go out for essential things like food, medication, work if you are unlucky enough to have to still work in a place. And I don't mean that in a bad way at all. Like, you are unlucky if you're an essential because you are exposed to so much. And you're also only allowed out in groups of 2 and no more, and you're also not allowed to have any visitors unless, I believe it's only 2 people in the house at any given time, obviously unless you have a family, but no visitors basically. So we are in a stage 3 lockdown, but people do not seem to be taking that seriously, you guys. So please, I urge you, take this seriously. There are people out there that really, really need you to do your part by staying indoors because they work in important services. Some of us, like myself, are immune compromised. I have a weak immune system, which is why I get sick a lot. My sister, she is an aged care nurse and she has 3 young children, one of which is only 6 months old. So, you know, please, 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 I beg you, stay inside if you do not need to go out. Like, just don't do it. It's not worth it. You may not get sick, but you may make someone else sick, and I wouldn't wish that upon anyone. So anyway, guys, I really do hope you enjoyed this video. I am going to try and keep up with the videos while I am at home. I've been doing a lot of baking. But yeah, so I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.